Today at Level Up Expo in Las Vegas, we got the release window and trailer for Season 3 of Helluva Boss. We even got news about an upcoming series from vivziepop, being the return of Zoophobia. In this video, I'll go through all the cool details I noticed in the trailer, what we learned about Zoophobia, and give a bunch of theories throughout. I hope you enjoy. So firstly, at the start of the trailer we find out that Season 3 is being split into two parts. Part 1 comes out in fall of this year, so that's between September and November. Part 2 comes out in 2027. It'll be 15 episodes in total for the season, so about 7 per part. We'll eventually find out how the release schedule will work, but personally I'd really like to see it be 1 episode every 2 weeks or something like that, just to spread it out a bit. I'm not a fan of big batch releases. So let's get into the trailer itself. We see Millie chatting with Stolas about the sacrifice he made in Mastermind. The mural behind Stolas resembles the graffiti from Mission Zero, so I think that's a deliberate reference. The next few scenes are spliced together, but we see a heartbroken Octavia with a new look, Stolas crying in a new location, and IMP comforting him. Personally, I think this could be Octavia's 18th birthday. It's entirely possible that Stolas tries to visit Octavia for her birthday, and that's where an argument happens. I've seen some people compare the way Via looks to the shadowy figure in the background of a frame from Mission Zero. I can definitely see the similarities, but I don't think Octavia will become a villain. The show has plenty of villains already. Either way, I'm happy to see more Octavia, she's a brilliant character. Blitz will be going on a mission to kill a human celebrity. We see Millie wrangling a crocodile, Blitz hangs mid-air with sunglasses on, Blitz and Fizzy go on an adventure together. I'm happy to see them spending more time together. The next few scenes show Stolas hanging out with Visago. This could take place in the past, based on the design of Stolas, but it's hard to tell. We see Visago cast a spell and he jumps while surrounded by riches. If I was to make a guess on what's going on, perhaps it shows Stolas' past and how his friendship with Visago started. The way Stolas looks sort of resembles a portrait of him when he was a teenager from a past episode, so that could be the story here, which I think is very cool. Regardless, I love Stolas' look in these scenes, it's definitely up there as one of his best. Blitz and Moxie play fight in a karaoke room. This part might be my favourite scene from the trailer, RoboFizz returns. He has a new patchwork style design and uses his staff to electrocute a giant mass of RoboFizzies beneath him. So I think RoboFizz returns and takes over Mammon's army of RoboFizzies, which is exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing how that pans out. We get some very rapid fire scenes of Millie, Blitz and Stella. They don't really reveal too much, unfortunately. Blitz and Stolas are outside and Blitz crashes his car immediately. He's wearing the same outfit from earlier that he wore while on the rope, so it takes place in the same episode. Last but not least, we get a short few frames of Luna telling someone that they have to stick together. In the background, we see some imps dancing and it resembles the Beelzebub episode. So there's 2 people Luna could be talking to here. It could be Blitz, again linking in with the Queen Bee episode. Luna and Blitz visit another one of Bee's parties, but this time it doesn't go as badly. Or it could be Octavia. This would make sense considering their interactions in the past and all of the recent merch that keeps putting them together. So it's quite likely that they end up becoming best friends, and this episode has a focus on them both. So that's the end of the trailer, but that wasn't all. At the very end of the panel, vivziepop revealed that her studio are working on something older fans might be familiar with, which is Zoophobia. If you're not aware of what Zoophobia was, it was a webcomic that Viv made for many years, but put it aside and reused ideas of it for Hazbin and Helluva. I have a bunch of long-form retrospective critiques on it from a few years ago, so if you like to listen to video essays in the background, I really recommend those 2 videos. So they're bringing Zoophobia back and it has a brand new logo. As Viv described it, she wanted to do more with Zoophobia for a while, like with the Bad Luck Jack short. However, because of the time being spent on Hazbin and Helluva, she really didn't get a chance. Now that her studios are much larger, they're able to expand on Zoophobia finally. She said it's almost like a reboot, so it's a bit different even from the Bad Luck Jack short. She deliberately was a little vague, stating that she didn't want to give too much away, but she described it as being a mini-series, and then after that they'll see how things go. So if I was to make a guess, I think they'll make maybe 3 or 4 episodes of Zoophobia, and then if they do well, they'll give it a full season along the lines of Helluva Boss and Hazbin Hotel. I think the main reason they're doing this is to gauge if Zoophobia has a core audience still. Zoophobia started many years ago, a lot of older fans will still be around, but I'm certain many have moved on to other things. So it's a great idea to do a bit of Zoophobia content, see how it performs, and then perhaps take things up a level after that. I actually really liked Zoophobia. It wasn't perfect obviously, but it was a ton of fun. My main complaints with it were the pacing, the amount of characters, and the overabundant lore. Since Hazbin and Helluva ended up adopting most of the lore, it means Zoophobia can be cut down a lot. Maybe just sticking with the original few characters like Cameron. I'm looking forward to learning more about it for sure. So that was all the details I noticed in the Helluva Boss Season 3 trailer. Is there anything I missed? Do you have any theories for what might happen? Let me know down below. As always, thanks for watching.